Hi, writers. Today is day 3 of our drafting of our nonfiction books. So, the question of the day is, how do writers draft their third chapter of their nonfiction books? So, we know on Monday we answered the question, what in our book? So, we answered our question here. Our heading is, what is a fish? We answered the question and we labeled our picture and drew our picture. Day 2, we answered the question where in our books, and our heading was where do fish live? We answered the question here and we drew our picture. So today this is our third day, we're gonna be answering the question how. So how can be a number or the way something is done. These are some question words to get you started. We could say how many, how much, how old, how long, how big. These are all question words we can use. So let's go back to our reptile book that we've been using all week, and let's see how they answered the how question. So here it says, how do reptiles have young? So this is their question, and that is their heading. How do reptiles have young? So I'm curious, let me read what it says. Most female reptiles lay eggs. Young reptiles hatch from the eggs. Some reptiles give birth to live young. Oh wow, look at that. So they can have young both ways. They can lay eggs like birds, and they can also give birth like people. So they can do it both ways. And here's our photograph to help us. Okay, so here's our table of contents from fish. So far we had what is a fish, which we answered. Where do they live? So now I'm wondering, what can I do? So I'm very curious about fish. There was something I was always curious about that I know a lot of people are curious about. People breathe in the above water with air and oxygen through our lungs. I'm curious, how do fish breathe underwater? Because that's very curious to me. How do fish breathe underwater? And I know that that is on page 3. Okay, so let me see what I can write. How do fish breathe underwater? So I know that fish breathe oxygen. They also breathe oxygen like people using their special body part called a gill, called gills. Okay, fish pull in water through their mouth and it goes back out through their gills. So I know that that's the way they do it. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to move this up so we can see. So let me read it again and make sure if it makes sense. How do fish breathe underwater? Fish breathe oxygen using their special body part called gills. Fish pull in water through their mouth and it goes back out through their gills. Okay, so let me see if I can have a picture that makes sense. Oh, look in my illustration here. So here's my fish. I'm showing their mouth. I'm actually putting an arrow here and showing how the water goes inside the mouth and it goes through the gills. So that is how a fish breathes water. Okay, boys and girls, now it's your turn. So you're going to get your topic, the one that you're an expert in, the one you've been working on all week, and you're going to add a question word and you're going to answer your question. So here's some sentence stems to get you started. How do, you could say how do something happen? How does something happen? How much something? How big, like if you chose an animal, how big does the animal get to be? How old does the animal live to be? Or whatever topic you have, it doesn't have to be an animal. Okay, girls and boys, good luck and get started. I'm excited to see what you have, what you're handing in. Also, when you take a picture of it, upload it on the portfolio. Good luck.